Jordana Bryant, Remembering It Wrong, new track I just listened to. Do a quick review on it. I have never heard of her before. Don't want to be genre phobic in this, so trying to listen to anything interesting new that comes out and get a feel for what it sounds like. And this one starts off with some acoustic instruments. I think banjo, not 100% sure, but makes me think banjo. So I'm thinking, okay, is this country song? And then you hear the vocals come in. They sound good. They don't have a very strong country twang to it. It's slightly there if you listen. But then listening to the music, what I first really noticed was this bass lick. When the vocals come in, it's just really drums and the bass playing. It's pretty sparse. It's meant to like let the vocal stand out. But the bass plays some tasty little runs, and it was like, oh, this sounds cool. Listening more, you get a verse, you get a chorus. As you go through the first verse and the first chorus, the band comes in more. Her voice, I was listening to, like, this is a country song. I'm going to hear a country twang. I never really heard the country twang in her voice hard. Her voice almost had like a slightly deeper, like a Sarah Bareilles kind of like sound, I guess. I was trying to think what her voice sounded like, and it sounds a little bit like a country mix with Sarah Bareilles, is how I'd describe it. The music itself was pretty tame. Again, as the band came in more, it sounded a little bit almost like a soft rock 80s song. There was like muted guitars. The guitar player, just like the bass, was doing those little tasty licks earlier in the first verse. The second verse, the guitar player's coming in, doing some little tasty, little Steve Lukather sounding slight 80s runs, just little hits here and there, a little couple notes. Sounds tasteful. It's meant to really let her shine and sing this song. The lyrics, Remembering It Wrong, I'm pretty sure I was listening to the music more, but boyfriend broke up and, it's his fault unless she's remembering it wrong. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I couldn't get over, though, the drums. It sounded like it was a drum machine. It was programmed. The drums, they just, I don't know, there's this sound to them. It sounded funny and like very, very consistent. Then there's a bridge and the snares hit back coming from the bridge. And those snare hits all sound identical to me. It's kind of like, sounds like Mutt Lange recording Def Leppard in the 80s, making Def Leppard, have drum machines on their track. And every hit is like precise and exactly the same and has a little bit of echo on it. And it's always identical. You hear the drums coming from the bridge and it's like, da, 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 and they all sound like identical. So I don't know if the drums were programmed or not, but they sound a little artificial in terms of their precision. But everything else sounds pretty cool. Good song. She didn't explore anything too crazy vocally. There's no like crazy guitar solos. She just wants you to know that, he's remembering it wrong in a slight country manner, and she does that. So if you're into singer-songwriter, female singers, country that's not super country, it's almost a little bit more singer-songwriter, soft rock, this might be for you. Jordana Bryant, Remembering It Wrong.